Hi, I'm Jeremy Flight, the Technical Director at Rubica, and I'm going to look at WordPress and talk to you about some reasons why you might deliberately want to avoid it as a solution for your website. I've broken this down into two short videos, and part 2 follows on directly from the point we reach at the end of part 1. WordPress is one of the most widely used website platforms, and when we use the word platform in this context, we simply mean the technical environment in which your website exists. If you have a WordPress website, you're in this situation. Your audience interacts with your website. Hidden from view, your website is managed by WordPress, which on one hand generates the content and the output which gets shown to your visitors, while also providing you, or whoever's looking after your website, the means to add to and update that content. In this sense, WordPress is your website's content management system, or CMS. It's the system you access when you want to update your website. Let's establish a few key facts about WordPress before we consider whether it makes a good choice for your website CMS. WordPress is actually a blogging tool. It was originally developed specifically for people to create an online blog, not a full website. And although its capabilities have been stretched well beyond that original scope, at its heart it is still a tool for running an online blog. WordPress is also what's called open source software. You may have heard this term open source, and a lot of people misconstrue that to mean free. Open source software is often made available freely, but it doesn't have to be that way. Open source literally means that the source code, the actual computer program that makes up the system, is available to everyone. Traditionally, computer programs are more of a black box affair. You can buy Microsoft Word, but Microsoft won't give you access to its inner workings. You can buy Photoshop, but Adobe won't let you see or change its underlying code. Open source software is the opposite. The person or organisation that creates the program makes that code available publicly. As it happens, WordPress is also free. You can go to the WordPress website today, download a copy of WordPress, install it on your server, and away you go. So, given that it's so widely used, it's been around for a good amount of time and it's free, why do some web development agencies choose not to use it? At Rubica, we're reluctant to go anywhere near WordPress, and there are other web developers who see things just the same way, but there are plenty that don't. Let's investigate that a bit further because it has implications for you, the website owner. Firstly, because WordPress is open source and the code is available to anyone, what happens over time is that new parts of the system get developed by different unrelated people, each of whom contributes a specific feature or enhancement. Contributors do not always work together or even know of each other's existence, and as a result you can find examples of where different WordPress contributions either clash with each other or depend on each other. These contributions are often called plugins. They provide specific functionality that's not part of the core system, but is available to users who want to bolt on the extra features that plugin provides. But think about what that means for your organisation strategically. If your corporate site runs on WordPress and uses certain plugins, your business relies on ad hoc contributions from people you've never met, who have no accountability. If I create a WordPress plugin that you use on your site, there's no contract between us that requires me to provide support or to fix issues or to keep that plugin up to date. You may assume that your web developer has a duty of care here, but he or she didn't create the plugin, and so they're unlikely to know how to fix any issues. With open source software, there's no clear notion of ownership and therefore no support. If something goes wrong, there's no single supplier that you or your web developer can turn to for help. And this is a commercial risk for you. Often, some form of support is available from a community of willing volunteers, many of whom will be fellow users of that software. But understandably, they exist without any accountability, and they have no commercial imperative to help you. When you think about the practical implications of open source systems like WordPress, you'll realise that security is an issue. If someone makes available every line of their system's code, they achieve two things. They give well-meaning people, other developers, the chance to improve it, and this is a good thing. But they also give hackers the chance to work out how to ruin it, and this isn't. It's not uncommon for us to hear about a WordPress website that's been hacked, and this happens for a few different reasons. Firstly, The open source nature of the system means that you give hackers a head start. If I were a hacker and I wanted to hack your WordPress site, I'd start by downloading a copy of WordPress so I can learn in detail how it's built and where vulnerabilities may exist. When a hacker discovers a WordPress security problem, all websites using WordPress are at risk. There have been many instances where businesses with WordPress sites are put at risk when a security exploit becomes public knowledge. Better still, if I know that WordPress sites use certain plugins, why don't I just focus on how to hack that plugin? Because once I can do that, I can hack every WordPress site where that plugin is in use. And given the popularity of WordPress, the rewards for me, if I were a hacker, are potentially high. Work out how to hack WordPress and there are a lot of potential victims available to me. The popularity of WordPress makes it worth my while. So security is a concern with WordPress websites, but there are common sense measures you can follow to help mitigate this risk. You should make sure that your admin user doesn't have a username of admin. Make sure that any admin user has a very strong password. Lock down access to the WordPress admin system so that you can only access it from known locations such as your office. And keep the WordPress system itself up to date, as well as any plugins that you use. In part 2, I'll look at 3 other reasons that may get you to think hard about whether WordPress is a good choice for you.